foundation of a sound mind, is not to find joy in useless things, and make it your business to learn how to feel joy. Soul must be confident and rejoice only in that which comes from within your very self, from an even and calm way of living which treads but one path. Therefore, we should decide what we wish, and abide by the decision. The true joy which comes from philosophy. You ask what is the foundation of a sound mind. It is not to find joy in useless things. We have reached the heights if we know what it is that we find joy in, and if we have not placed our happiness in the control of externals. A person who is goaded ahead by hope of anything, though it be within reach, though it be easy of access, and though their ambitions have never played them false, is troubled and unsure of themselves. Above all, my dear Lucilius, make this your business, learn how to feel joy. Do not wish you ever to be deprived of gladness. I would have it born in your house, and it is born there, if only it be inside of you. Other objects of cheer do not fill a person's bosom, they merely smooth their brow and are inconstant, unless perhaps you believe that one who laughs has joy. The very soul must be happy and confident, lifted above every circumstance. Real joy, believe me, is a stern matter. Can one, do you think, despise death with a carefree countenance, or can one thus open their door to poverty, or hold the curb on their pleasures, or contemplate the endurance of pain? One who ponders these things in their heart is indeed full of joy, but it is not a cheerful joy. It is just this joy, however, of which I would have you become the owner, for it will never fail you when once you have found its source. Yield of poor minds is on the surface. Those are really rich whose veins lurk deep, and they will make more bountiful returns to them who delves unceasingly. Therefore I pray you, my dearest Lucilius, do the one thing that can render you really happy. Cast aside and trample underfoot all those things that glitter outwardly and are held out to you by another or as obtainable from another. Look toward the true good, and rejoice only in that which comes from your own store. What do I mean by from your own store? I mean from your very self, that which is the best part of you. Frail body, also, even though we can accomplish nothing without it, is to be regarded as necessary rather than as important. It involves us in vain pleasures, short-lived, and soon to be regretted, which unless they are reined in by extreme self-control, will be transformed into the opposite. This is what I mean. Pleasure, unless it has been kept within bounds, tends to rush headlong into the abyss of sorrow. Hence it is hard to keep within bounds in that which you believe to be good. The real good may be coveted with safety. You ask me what this real good is, and whence it derives. I will tell you, it comes from a good conscience, from honorable purposes, from right actions, from contempt of the gifts of chance, from an even and calm way of living which treads but one path. For people who leap from one purpose to another, or do not even leap but are carried over by a sort of hazard, how can such wavering and unstable persons possess any good that is fixed and lasting? There are only a few who control themselves and their affairs by a guiding purpose. The rest do not proceed, they are merely swept along, like objects afloat in a river. Of these objects, some are held back by sluggish waters and are transported gently, others are torn along by a more violent current, some, which are nearest the bank, are left there as the current slackens, and others are carried out to sea by the onrush of the stream. Therefore, we should decide what we wish, and abide by the decision. Farewell, Seneca, Stoic Taoist.